Hey guys, it is Friday afternoon. Heading out. Of course, that cat, always out there, hanging. Good to pet a cat. But yeah, kinda fully loaded here. Got the Uber bag filled with camping stuff, as well as I'm carrying my sleeping bag. Yeah, gonna go camping tonight. So, like a lot of the camping videos, starts off with riding to the TTC. Oh yeah, today's the first day that patios are allowed to open up again. You know, it's one of the reasons that today's a good day to go camping, because it's probably going to be like, you know, people patio crazy out there. But yeah, just took the subway up towards Arthur's. Now I'm walking over to his place, up these stairs, and had to rest at the top of the stairs, looking at that church, but man, this bag is heavy. In hindsight, I probably could have just called Arthur to pick me up from this station, and you know, wound up just loading up our stuff and then going to the grocery store anyways. But yeah, just got some corn, some other junk food. You know, the camping necessities. And yeah, it's probably about 4:30ish now. Just hanging out at their place while Dandy finishes work. Their fish seem like they're doing well. And you know, even Whiskey the cat seems like he's doing okay. So yeah, pretty much ready to go now. Got most of our stuff packed up, I think. I forgot my night guard, but out of all the things I could have forgot, you know, night guard, whatever. I'll be alright. Yeah. So, taking the 401 over to another highway that goes north, the 40 something. Classic 4s. But yeah, pretty slow traffic in a lot of those sections. But you know, I guess that's how it is. We stopped at a McDonald's, got a McFlurry, a score McFlurry. Honestly, kind of bad. Forgot, I should have just got a plain sundae. Oh yeah, these blow up doll people. Right behind them, the police. Just watching. I don't know. So yeah. Once we're past Barry, the roads are pretty clear. And we're gonna camp at Awenda. I think we camped here in the fall last year. And there's all these gypsy moth caterpillars. It's kind of a ton of them around. On the website it said that some people have an allergic reaction and can get a poison ivy like rash. So we're like, don't want to touch all these caterpillars that are everywhere. Which is kind of weird, like, how have I never heard of these caterpillars before? I don't know, I guess they are invasive, so maybe they weren't around when I was a kid? But they like dangled from webs, like a spider when they try to like find more leaves to eat or whatever. So sometimes you might like run into it by accident. Anyways, it's just after 8. The ground is kind of wet and muddy everywhere, so setting up underneath a tree where it seems like it's a little bit drier. You know, it's pretty flat ground, so that's nice. Unlike the when we did that winter camping last time, it felt like it was mostly a hill, that campsite. But this spot seems pretty good. You know, campground overall at Awenda seems pretty nice. And yeah, got my tent set up. Have you know, my things in the vestibule, and haven't shown this on the channel really before, but here's my new air mattress that I got in that like 1 week window when stores were allowed to be open again, which was a good thing, unless like, I don't know, maybe I could have done an online pickup or something, but I wanted to feel all the mattresses. So I decided to get one It's an air mattress that inflates because I roll around and try to sleep on my side a lot. So those thin foam ones aren't really going to do much for me. And when I've inflated this at home just to like test it out, it's pretty nice. Like, it holds air throughout the night, and you know, when I wake up, my hips aren't like digging into the ground or anything. So far it seems good. I'll talk about it more when I like sleep on it. But yeah, went back over to the camp store for something. Oh yeah, I remember now. I bought a camping chair because the benches at the campground are all like water soaked. They're pretty old and they're covered in like nasty stuff. Anyways, gotta stop at the beach before the sun fully sets. Yeah, pretty nice over here. The caterpillars are still on the beach though. I couldn't find many good skipping rocks, so only did that one skip. You know, not my greatest skip or anything, but you get the idea, guys. Yeah, walking back to the car, so many caterpillars up there. Made a quick stop to the washroom, which, you know, glad that this was working this time, unlike in the fall when the water was broken or something. So yeah, back at the campsite, you can see that wet picnic table that we're reluctant to use because anything you put on there gets pretty messy. Should probably bring like a broom or a brush or something next time to help clean up the campsite. But this is the first time anyone's been able to camp here since the other lockdown began, so we're like, you know, it's got that weeks of neglect campground feel. Anyways, you know how we do, guys. We're eating hot dogs because that's easy to like cook, and you don't need that much cooking equipment to make hot dogs. You know, the simple things. Maybe one day we'll upgrade to making like a baked potato, but then we'd want to bring even more stuff. I don't know. But yeah, cooking up this corn. Corn looked good. I think we made our last walk around at nighttime. Dumped some stuff in the garbage. You know, it's all very dark, so sorry that you can't really see anything. But we went on a nighttime walk pretty much. And, you know, brushed our teeth for the night. We're actually up kind of late. It's like close to midnight that we actually went to sleep at. So, yeah, here's the tent. I'm like, yeah, looking good. Not too many caterpillars on it. And when I got in, I was kind of thinking of just leaving my inner flap open, but there was a moth in the vestibule, and I was like, man, it was actually kind of too hot in here. I think I didn't set up the like vents or whatever on the rainfly correctly, so not getting that much airflow. But you know, I don't seem to sleep great when I'm camping. Like, did wake up a few times, and I broke out the sleeping bag eventually once it cooled down. But yeah, about 6 a.m. woke up and it's bright out. I thought there was caterpillars on the tent, but once I did get out, it was just a leaf. Anyways, I don't know how long Arthur and Dandy are gonna stay in their car for. You know, they are car campers sleeping. I'm gonna walk over to the washroom, and the washrooms were to the left when you leave the campsite, and I went to the right. It all loops around, but I definitely went the long way. Oh well. Took a whiz, and now I'm walking around looking at some of the other campgrounds. There's been tons of good moss around. Haven't really filmed much of it though. But yeah, you know how it is, guys. So, since it was still pretty early, pretty much just laid down again. I just gave you a 360 to show you how private the campgrounds are. Awenda's got good campgrounds. So yeah, just laid on the mat for a while until eventually I was like, yeah, time to pack it up and you know, deflate it. And inside of the tent, kind of got a lot of dirt in there, but it's just what's gonna happen when it's a muddy campground like this. And overall, wasn't too buggy either. I got a bug net on, by the way. You know, it was enough that it would be annoying. Oh yeah, all the condensation on the rainfly. Like, this is the inside. I'm trying to let it dry out a bit before I pack it all down. And as you can see, gonna shake the dirt out. But yeah, that bottom tarp is pretty dirty. Inside of the tent, pretty good though. Yeah, I tried to knock some of the like muck off of the ground tarp, but I'm gonna have to wash that later. Anyways, got my cooking kit. I want to practice using this more. Who knows, you know, might be I don't know if I'll ever do like a longer trip where I'm like, yeah, using this all the time. It's definitely fun to use it though. Yeah, that wasn't all coming out in one thing, so had to use two hands. Didn't want to knock it over. Anyways, this is like a bacon carbonara or whatever, and the instructions say to use a cup of milk and a cup of water, but I just used 2 cups of water because I didn't have any milk. And you know what? Overall it turned out okay. You know, once the water cooks down a bit more. It's got like seasoning in there and stuff. Even little chunks of meat, it seemed like. So yeah, pretty good. Very hot though. Anyways, Tyler's here. Yeah, he thought about camping with us, but you know, it'll be easier just to show up and then do the hikes. Especially since we got in so late. Anyways, yeah, cooking up those last corn on the cobs and unpacking my stuff down, knocking the worms off of my bags and stuff. Sometimes I want to sit on a rock, but a lot of these rocks are just like crawling with the caterpillars. Feels like there's so many of them. And the website said that there wasn't as many as usual, which is surprising because there was still a ton of them. Kind of wondering if those were there like pupating in there. I don't know. But yeah, pretty much got the camp all taken down, putting the fire out, you know how it is. And since Tyler's gonna drive his van back to Toronto, I just loaded all my stuff up with him. And yeah, we'll go downtown eventually. Of course, we gotta check out the beach because Tyler hasn't seen it. And I think it was the same beach as last time. Kind of forget if this is maybe the dog beach. But yeah, still lots of caterpillars. Kind of just everywhere in here. Walking over to the rocky area. I heard some guy talking to his kid about how this all used to be sandy. But it's not sandy now. Maybe it got flooded or something, I don't know. I remember reading something about flooding. Seems fine though, so whatever. Yeah, some people enjoying the beach over there. We're setting up for a fam photo. That classic Awenda. There was a snake behind us just basking in the sun. Kinda neat. As well as this other snake coming out of the water. Yeah, kind of neat to see how it like works its way out of there. That snake physics. Sorry if you don't like snakes, guys, but it's kind of neat. What can I say? Anyways, snake's over, in case you weren't looking at the video. So yeah, heading back to the cars, and we're going to do a little hike around Kettle Lake, Wendat Trail, something like that. Should be about an hour and a half, 2 hour hike, maybe even shorter if we're fast. Overall, there was lots of caterpillars hanging down, so we got this stick to knock them down so we don't walk into them. And yeah, it's a mostly flat hike, so pretty easy. Eventually we come to a boardwalk along the marsh here. Love a good marsh. The water is very clear here. And those the flowering lilies there, pretty nice. Also saw a dragonfly. There's a bunch of these things flying around, but hard to take videos of them. Water, very clear. I wanted to walk in this part, but the other guys were like, nah, let's go to the end and walk in at that part. So, that's what we're doing. There's a little turtle down there. Yeah. I like this lake. It's pretty dope. So yeah, just walked past the parking lot, and I did walk in the water for a bit, and it felt too good not to swim in it, so I swam in it. But I didn't take off my pants, so now I have very wet pants. I do have a change of clothes, so changed it into my shorts, and yeah, time to get going, I was too lazy to go back and get my swim trunks on. Oh yeah, we've been talking about getting fish and chips, so we stopped at the Goofy Noopy Fish and Fries. And I like that all the taxes were included on their price board, and they gave me an extra piece of fish. I was like, wow, dope. So yeah, that was really good. There's too much food though, I couldn't finish all the fries. And yeah, we're back on the highway heading to Toronto. Man, this has been a long episode, guys. If you're still watching, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, here's the 401. That urban hell lifestyle of having to go on the 401 sometimes. Who came up with that? Yeah. Anyways, back downtown. Gonna help Tyler move some things that he was storing at his parents' house. He's also built this standing desk for himself. Looking at it, it's like at my armpit height. I'm like, damn. This is a tall man's standing desk. Oh yeah, taking in that view. Nice. He's still setting his place up. You know how it is. Anyways, he's gonna drop me off at my place because he's he's gotta park his car at his sister's house, so dropping me off along the way. Pretty nice. Because definitely didn't want to carry all this shit on a bike again now that I have the chair. I don't know. It's like, just gotta throw this stuff in the wash because it's all covered in muck. So, that's what I'm doing. Laundry episode, guys. Get those lake pants in there. And I was kind of surprised at how clean some of that stuff came out. Just gonna hang that stuff up because, I don't know. I don't want it to like melt or whatever in the dryer. But the stuff that did come out of the dryer came out nice. And yeah, that dryer lint pull for you guys. You know, I didn't have that much stuff in the wash, so not too linty. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hanging up my stuff, letting that dry out in the wash with the fan. And it seems like it did a good job. So yeah. See you later. Long episode, eh?